Welcome to another Cypher setup video. I have crazy setups for Bind here for you. I'm gonna show them all in a second here. But for all the old stuff, all the old setups, like over here, pretty much the old one-way camera here, for example, or everything on B, how you attack, for example, A site, B site, that's all in my older videos because that didn't really change. It's links, well, you find links in the description, check them out. And I'm gonna show you all the new things here because that way there's less time to record, redo the content and everything, you know, already posted it before. If they work for me, I'm guaranteeing they work for you. And if you need any adjustments that you want to do, go for it. There are no hard rules here for these setups. I put up these setups so that you can have something right out the gate, you know, so that you don't have to spend hours and hours on end yourself. And yeah, let me know what you think. Hope you enjoy it. And here we go. Here's how you can do a one-way on Bath, a Bath for bind. That's for this position. Let's say that you're holding here. You pop the one way and you see the enemies. I placed the camera here only so that you can see my legs when testing out here. So you go into this corner, just in there, tuck yourself in, aim here, right there. Super simple, easy, nothing to think about. All right, so you can have a tripwire here for example as well. Let's place tripwire here like that, or up to you. You don't have to place it in there because they trigger the trapwire before you want to activate the cage. But in any case, if they walk up here, they can hear the trapwire. They can shoot it because of the wide door, right? So what you can also do is place the tripwire a bit further up here, like that. And that should help you a bit more. Because now they see it a bit later, right? So let's say cage is activated. There's nothing you can see. You can, if you're the attacker, you can see enemies when they are pushing into the cage, but there's no defender that's gonna do that.
Käfig ausgelöst.
And here's the legs. You just spam that until no tomorrow, and that's easy kills for you. Now for the camera, it's a very specific camera, and you jump up like this over here, step to the side, and now line up the crosshair, something like this. And you want the camera to be on the corner. This camera is specifically so that you can see a tiny bit of A site when they're coming in for, you know, from A main. But since you're playing for this area, you want info here. You want to see when they're walking up like this. And you could use a camera there. You know, those cameras are very exposed to A site, well, A main, I mean. And also see info a bit too late. They don't see the corner here like you do. And you want a hidden camera. You just want to show the camera as much as you have to show it, if that makes sense. You don't need any extra info if you're not going to use it. Camera here, too exposed. And this is a camera that also requires the enemies to really look up into the sky to see it. Otherwise, when they're going up into the corner here, headshot angles, you know, headshot cross placement, I mean, they don't see the wire there underneath, but you see their legs. And you also have to deal with the not one way, but I mean UI. The UI is in the way when pushing up. So that's why it's a good, annoying camera to deal with. And when they're pushing in, let's say that they are moving out like this. Bam! Oh wait, what's happening? And then you're dead. If you want map control here on Bath, really fast, really easy, take out your trapwire, I mean, and place it here, just like that. Enemies can't jump over, can't crouch under. They can take the orb, but in order for them to be able to shoot the trapwire, they need to wide swing here in time and shoot it. But by the time it's invisible, they are still trying to run. So that's a good way to get the trapwire and control. And now you can chill here. You can play with a friend, or maybe you have a teammate here and you have a camera like this. The one-way camera still works, by the way. You'll see enemies' legs here when they're pushing out. So if you want to do a fast play, ignoring the trapwire because you don't have enough time, you place the camera when the shields are going out. And now you chill here, you wait for them, and you shoot them. Simple. So with the second trapwire, you have one there with the one way. I would go for something like this, I think. Even if they can jump over it, you'll hear in the camera if they're jumping. Notice where the sound circle is. Here. Because our camera is placed in the corner, you'll hear the jumps, and then you just quickly look to the side here and shoot them. If you're positioned there. And you can activate a cage or something as well.
Käfig ausgelöst.
Just to deny info. Maybe place it a bit to the left. This was just on the fly. But yeah, the main point is you play for the one way here. Let's say that you've rotated to B and you come back and you think enemies might be here. Or maybe you just like this position because you want to hold for lamps, or you want to play like this. You want to hold for sight when they come in. Regardless of the reason, if you position here, you have camera, they're walking up.
Käfig ausgelöst.
Works on this side too. Mechanics that have changed. Not just the setups are still the same, but depending on who you are as a player. Maybe you are someone that likes to peek through the doorway here when you want to kill people, or maybe you want to sit and wallbang here. The thing that's nerfed for Cypher and also buffed, depending on how you look at it, you can't wallbang here with Phantom anymore or Vandal. You need high wall penetration like an Ares. That still works. Otherwise, if you want to get kills, I mean, we still do this anyways. Like, we have a cage like this, we step on the corner, step out, shoot, and that's it. But the upside is, once you do get your kill, once you do get it, you're safe. You don't have to worry about getting wallbanged back here. And you can sit here with an Ares. Nobody's gonna know if they are first time playing Bind, you know, they're gonna think, oh, we can wallbang that. And you can sit there with your Ares, with your Odin. And now you just want to make people angry. You just want to wreak havoc. You want to see the world burn. You steal candy from kids. Alright, enemies are coming in. Bam, bam, bam. Now, what you do is activate that. And you're just gonna annoy them like crazy. Just gonna be super annoying. The thing that changed for B side is not the attack side, it's the defense side when you're retaking. Well, it affects attack, of course, right? Because there's a much wider angle here. And you can also vent out like you're playing Among Us. If you feel a bit extra sus, you just whoop in there or out. Let's say that you're retaking B. You want to smoke off this area. Or maybe here, something like that, so that you can push in. You clear this area like this. All right, check there maybe. Go for the ping. Knife out, because you need speed. Jump, send it out. It lands there. So when you're moving up here,
Käfig ausgelöst.
that's covered. Check this area, check here. All right. Good. You can also check tube earlier, right? So you can check tube like this and then move around. So that's a good way to retake with cage there. Just over the wall, protect this area. Aside from that, get creative with the vents here. Although I would prefer using the one over the wall and then camera on site. Maybe, while the cage is still up like this to see and push in. It takes a bit too much time to go for the vents, and this is more for people who use mollies. Or maybe someone is holding in elbow, and then once enemies are attacking, instead of re-peeking here, they can use utility through vents. And that's just another option instead of being forced in here or forced back there and deal with a Sage Slow, smokes, whatever, Let's say that you're playing Cypher on B site, but you don't have any trapwires here, or you don't want to have trapwires. Maybe you rotate it to B, maybe you rotate away. What you can do is place the camera here. This one is good for playing off-site because you have this great vision, you can hear enemies, but you have a huge blind angle. It's a bit risky to play on site with a setup here, and the reason for that is because while you do something like this, maybe you have something like this here, this, right? Let's say that you have this setup here, alright? Enemies coming in, you don't see where they are on the sand. You have no idea. When they come over here in window, they shoot the camera. Alright, we activate. And you have nowhere to aim. You have no idea where to look. So if you want to play on site for your setups, and not post planned, not something like that, much better to place the camera here. Much better to place the camera there. Up here, for example. However, if you're attacker as well, perfect. Place it here. You see everything when they come in, when they come vents. You can also place it here if you're attacking in the moment and you want to clear sight, back sight like this. Obviously you have to be in vents. You push in like this. Perfect, right? And then same here. You don't see this area, so maybe you can place it a bit further back. And now you can see enemies coming in, but you don't see close to the corner here, so be mindful of that. So the one-way camera that was really good here when the teleporter was still on this area or this side and not there, it's gone. So we can't do a one-way camera that sees enemies' legs without getting height up there. So what we can do instead is just a quick cam to see if enemies are pushing, if they're crossing here, if they're moving up. Then you can place it even further in if you want to. But keep in mind, the further in you go, the earlier it's going to be seen on the corner. Once you've check the corner there, take back the camera, push up, time to push up. You can use your cage here to block off this area so that enemies can't push through. Or you can save the cage if you want to dry peek it, and then use your cages for maybe something like this.
Käfig ausgelöst.
Make some area for yourself when you push in. Who knows what you want to do? An easy way to do these smokes is to ping the area that you want to smoke. Let's say that you want to smoke there and there. All right, pre-aim there. Pre-aim there.
Käfig ausgelöst.
All right, you're in. Plant. Bam. Out. Bam. That's it. So that's how it changed on attack for BAF. Attack on A main is pretty much the same. You still have to deal with the small thing there. That's a headshot angle. So when enemies are standing on that angle or sitting on that angle, crouching, you'll see their head here. If they're not on it, then you don't see them. So yeah, that's how you check if they're there. Other than that, it's pretty much the same. You use your camera to peek in here maybe, or you use your camera here, or you use your camera up here. For example, if you position like this, now you see sight. And you can also check that angle early on. Camera here, if you want to push up like this, nobody there. All right.
Käfig ausgelöst.
Pre-fire that if anyone's hiding there.
Käfig ausgelöst.
Check this, check that. Out. It's obviously it's not this simple, not this fast, right? But it just shows you that it's pretty much the same thing. This area here is bigger, so you just smoke that like you would before, like this.
Käfig ausgelöst.
However you want. If you want, you can even do a closer cage and you shut off that corner too. That's a good thing to do, but it gives a lot of space for the enemies to walk here behind the site. So if you could, you go for a long cage throw. Check this. Here. And now you can sneak your way in here into that pocket. That's also a thing you can do. And when it comes to B-long, what I like to do on B-long is a camera early. And you can do this alone. Like this is very effective if you're playing alone even. You have teammates who don't like to push. Camera like this. Alright, nobody there. You jump. Camera once more. Nothing there. Camera. Nothing there. Cage.
Käfig ausgelöst.
Take this back. And if they push the cage, make sure that it covers this area as well. If they push it, you'll hear it and you'll see like a small flicker thing. Check this area while this is smoked off. And before this one ends, let's do it all in one go actually. Take back camera, activate, run up. Check this area. Here, nothing here, alright. Enter, check here. Another one.
Käfig ausgelöst.
And now you're in no sight. You can also just go to the side here as well like this. Take this area, check that area, then here. So it's the exact same thing. Thanks so much for watching the video. Make sure that you hit the like and subscribe button and also the notification bell. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.